Have you been feeling energetically drained? Like empty? You get to the middle of the day and you don't even want to carry on working. You want to go climb into bed, put on a series and just let yourself fade off to sleep. This energy deficit is sometimes just a calling from the universe to say, hey, clean out what's there and let's replace it with something new. And I'm going to show you how to do that in today's video. And like I promised, this is an energy clearing or cleansing without a meditation. So you don't have to meditate to do this. You can do it right now while we do this video. So there are 3 phases we go through when cleansing our energy. And the first one is to get rid of negative energy. Of course, we need to get rid of what's there that isn't serving us. And there's a specific technique I'm going to show you how to do this really powerfully. Something you can actually start doing right away. We then want to create new energy. And that new energy is something we create ourselves. And that's why I put it that way. We actually make the new energy we want to operate off of. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that as well. There's a specific technique you can apply. Lastly, we need to actually draw in and onboard that new energy. It's great to imagine it and to create a new energy, and we do this all the time. But if we don't pull it into our current state of being, it means nothing. And that is the most important part, so stick around till then so you can actually learn how to onboard the energy using these techniques, and I promise you, it's going to change your life. You will feel an immediate difference. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mitch, and I help break down spirituality and its concepts and make it practical and applicable so that you can use it to start manifesting your dreams, cleanse your own energy, and sort of independently be okay on your spiritual path. So let's dive into the first part, how to get rid of this negative energy. We follow these steps. AA, and then we become present. Now AA is the most important part, so it's important you get this right. The first part is to acknowledge. Now, when we've got this negative energy or energy we don't prefer to feel, we actually have to be aware of it. We have to accept that it's there. And in accepting and acknowledging that energy, we see it for what it is. We go, okay, I have got a discomfort in my sense of self-worth. That might be the negative energy. You might be feeling a certain way. So it's to become aware of the feeling you don't prefer. That is the first step. So you acknowledge that emotion. The next step is to allow that emotion. So what I mean by that is you actually go, fine, lack of self-worth, come at me, do your job. I'm going to allow you in. We give it permission into our space, into our minds. And once we allow those negative things that we don't prefer in, it will take away a part of us, which is actually what we are scared of in allowing it in the first place. But the part it takes away is the part of you that you do not prefer. It's the part of you that isn't serving you in reaching a new energy. So what you actually do is you feel this feeling doing its job. And it might knock your self-image in certain ways and highlight the very important point about your self-worth issue. For some of you, it might be weight. For some of you, it might be mindset. For some of you, it might be worthiness about how other people look at you. Whatever it is that's creating the feeling will become very clear when you allow it in. So we acknowledge it and then we allow it. And the next part is to reason with it. The first R is to reason. So what we do is we deal with this feeling and the picture it puts in our head about things we do not prefer. And we go, okay, well, what can I do about this? What is within my power to change this? And we reason with it. And the reasoning is going to help us get rid of the discomfort associated with the negative energy. So we reason with it and we say, okay, well, I can make an actionable plan to do 50 sit-ups in the morning if it is weight, and 10 minutes jumping jacks before I have my shower. I can journal about reasons I love myself if it's about self-worth. I'll write 5 things every day about myself that I appreciate about me. That is how we reason with the negative energy. So we're solving the problem. If we do not reason with the negative energy, it will only come back. We cannot hide from the emotional truth within. If we try and hide from the emotional truth within, it just finds a new way to beat us up by going outside into our lives and changing things there so that we have to face the issue. So we must reason with it in this way. Okay, discomfort, thanks for showing me this. I am committed to doing this to change it. And you'll notice the discomfort goes away, which leads me into the last R, which is to release. As soon as that energy comes there and tells you, listen, hey, I want you to change this, and you go, okay, I accept that. I will do it this way. The feeling will feel good. It will sort of neutralize itself, and then you release the negative energy. To release it, we become aware of the present moment. So we become present. And the way we do that is by connecting with where we are in our space and time, and in connecting with this presence, in being present. That is how we release the negative energy and we get into the moment. Now we're ready for stage 2. What we do in stage 2 is we want to create a new energy, a new feeling we want to associate with. And oftentimes it's that uncomfortable feeling linked to the negative energy you released. And that feeling is actually a story. So if you think about it this way, it shows you what it doesn't like about your energy and how you can improve, and you make this agreement. Now we're facing the other side of this. In your present moment, you have to do the steps one by one. But when we create a new energy, we're going all the way into the future, and we're thinking about the outcome as if it had happened already. So if we bargained, let's say it was about weight, and we bargained with the negative feeling and we said, okay, I'm going to commit to the jumping jacks and the sit-ups, whatever it is that you've done, that you've decided you will do to not deal with that feeling anymore. Then we want to go to the end goal. So go 2 years into the future. How does that feel? That's the first I. How does it feel? You imagine the scenario as if it were accomplished. And what's going to happen is you're in this imaginative space and you're going, oh, okay, this is what it would feel like to have lost the weight, or this is what it would feel like to love myself the way I want to feel that sense of self-love, and we imagine it. Then we associate with that feeling. That's the A. Associate with that imagined feeling. Find reasons that you can identify with that definition now. Because often the reasons that you are not allowed to identify with that version of you are false. They don't even exist. You won't actually be able to find a reason that that version of you can't be your identity now. And that is the fundamental difference. Let me give you an example. Let's pretend it was weight. And you go, okay, well, I'm overweight now, and in 2 years' time, I'm going to be underweight because I've committed to this exercise regime with myself, but I can't feel thin right now. No, you might not be able to feel thin, but feeling thin is not the objective. Feeling good about yourself is the objective, and nothing is stopping you from saying, okay, I choose to feel good about myself right now. And you can onboard that good feeling into your space in that present moment. And that is the associate. The last I of creating new energy is we identify as this new definition. So we've got the imagination. We create what we think it will be when we've achieved it. We associate with the emotions that make that. And then we identify as that. So we bring that into our current state and identify with that. Now that's actually how we onboard it. But before we get there, you can see this point here, people, places, and things. That's what this world consists of. So in your imaginative space, remember, these people that you love, that you hate, that you want attention from, that you don't get along with, all of them are now in the free zone in your imagination. You can solve the problems you have with people in your mind, in your imagination. You can feel the love and attention you want from a certain someone in your imagination. You're allowed to go into that space and say, what would it feel like if? And then you can bring on that feeling. That's the whole point. We connect with people, places, and things. In your imagination, you already own a Lamborghini. You also own all the problems from the fear-based thoughts you're creating. Now, like I said, most people leave it at that point. They daydream about what they wish life could be, and they carry on being miserable. There is the next step of how you actually cleanse energy and how you live at that higher frequency. Now, the magical part about this, guys, is this is where manifestation starts to happen. So when you cleanse your energy this way and you choose to onboard it, that is where the world itself starts to change around you to be a reflection to that internal state of self. Now, here's the key point. The world is a reflection of how you treat yourself and how you feel about you. So people, places, and things are all a reflection about how you're treating yourself. So if you go, oh my word, I'm so embarrassed, and you go out, the embarrassing thing becomes very obvious. People point it out because that is your identity. Remember, we said we have to identify with this feeling. So we are doing this automatically. I'm just showing you this to make it conscious so that you can start doing this in a way you actually want, not in the automatic setup you have going on already. So to onboard it, I'm going to teach you this. Now, this is not a meditation. It's an entry-level meditation if you wanted to call it that, but it's not technically a meditation. It's an awareness technique. And what this is designed to do is to bring you into your present moment and make you aware of the now. You want to stick around for this because this is where magic starts to happen. And if you're enjoying this so far, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss another episode where I take these spiritual concepts and make them practical so that you can use them today. So let's get into it. We do the awareness technique. And to do this, we just want to connect with our 5 senses. So we've done all of this part. Now we want to bring it into our current state of being. So to do that, connect with your eyesight. Now what I mean by that is become totally aware of your eyesight. Not, I see a lamp, I see the roof. It's about becoming aware of the distance between it. The reason we use distance is because it tells you where you are and you want to be aware of yourself. So you go, okay, I'm here and I realize there's a distance between myself and the camera. There's a distance between myself and the lamp. There's a distance between myself and the guitar. And when you become aware of the sight aspect of it, you'll find yourself grounded in the moment. We then move on to hearing. Not, I heard a bird chirping and a car driving past. It's, I hear sounds right in this room. Maybe you have a computer. In fact, whenever I do these videos, I speak, and the certain resonance of my voice actually gets these strings to resonate. And I can constantly hear it. And I always worry that you guys are going to hear it on the videos. But I use that as my example to express this. Be aware of the close noises, then go further and further away. Cars in the distance, birds chirping, whatever it is. We want to go to the distance. And then we go to smell. So we just want to breathe in our nose and become aware that we have the ability to smell. We don't have to say, I smell an apple, I smell a dog wee. It's not about what we smell again, it's just about the ability to smell. I have this ability to identify things through smell. And that is the kind of feeling we want to get to. Then we move on to taste. Not what do we taste in our mouth, but wow, I have the ability to sense what something is through taste, through this thing of taste. It's quite an incredible thing that we have this ability. And then you want to go to feeling. And what you'll notice when I say it, there's not one point in your body where you cannot feel. You will be feeling temperature at the very least. So you might not feel moving air like if you were to fan yourself, but you will feel air and the temperature of it. And you will feel the clothes on your skin and the shift in temperature where the clothes just don't touch your skin. So you always have this ability to sense things around you through touch, temperature, wind movements, things like that. Become aware of these abilities. That awareness technique will bring you into the moment. You'll be sitting there going, I am here, I am present, I am where I am. But that is where you need to be, because this is how you bring the feelings in. It's by letting go of that picture. So now we let go of the people, places, and things. That's why I made a point of it earlier, because this is really important. We let go of it in our imagination. And we go, well, how did it feel to be in that imaginative place? And we allow ourselves in this very aware, present moment to feel that way. Okay, I feel quite empowered. I feel healthy. I feel good about myself. I feel loved. I feel worthy. And all of those things, we just allow ourselves to feel them by letting go of the picture. And we allow ourselves to keep the feeling in this moment, because that's our new identity. And I promise you, as you walk through your day with this cleansed and newer energy, you will feel an elevated state of being. That is your new identity. That is your new frequency. That is your new vibration. That's your new you. And it's going to create a reaction in your outside world. People, places, and things are all going to change to be a reflection of this new state of self. If you've enjoyed this, if you felt this really helpful, I really appreciate a comment. If you guys have thoughts, I want to chat to you. Not only does it help me grow on the algorithm, but I want to get to talk to more of you. I want to know what videos you want to see me talk about. I often sit and think about what you guys would actually want to see. And the only way I could possibly know with certainty is if I ask you. So I'm asking you guys, what do you want to see? What video do you want me to break down? Leave it in the comments. I'll chat to you there. And for those of you who had resonated with it, you are feeling empowered right now, thanks for being here. Hit the thumbs up button. And thank you for watching to this point. I can't wait to see your names in the comment section, on my subscriber list, and hopefully on the next video. Thanks so much for being here. Mad love and light.